Welcome to Formula Friday, your weekly Formula One show. I'm Nick, that's Lewis. Today, we're just going to have a pretty simple show. We are each going to share 5 things that we think we can tell definitively so far from this season in Formula One as we wind down the summer break. There might be overlap, there might not. Who knows? But before we get into it, how's your week been, man?
I've been pretty good. I just been doing stuff around the house, being dad, being full time, that type of stuff, and yeah, just been doing that type of stuff. Nothing really new. Had a little bit of a downspill, and a little bit of a vulnerability, as like, it's okay to not be okay. I was just having a couple not okay days, so you know how that is. But yeah, other than that, it's been pretty good. Happier now, and we're all good.
Good.
How,
I'm
how
glad
was
to hear
your
that, man.
How was your week off, and how was your honeymoon there, Nick?
Well, first of all, I'm glad you're okay. I
Thank
love
you.
you,
Love
and
you.
mental health is a very important thing, and I'm a
Yes.
strong proponent of it, and I am glad that you are in a better place right now. And
Yes.
if you ever need anything, reach out, please.
Yeah, and it goes for anybody listening to this. And I know growing up, it was a big thing of, just tough it up or whatever. So that's what I'm trying to,
Mhm.
be vulnerable, and it's okay to not be okay.
It
Same
is
thing I
okay to
taught my
not be okay.
kids.
Good dad. You're a good dad.
Thank you.
I my honeymoon was incredible. We were in the Olympic Peninsula in Washington.
Okay.
Uh, it was we stayed in a cabin for a week. I could see Canada from my house. I could see Canada from my house. Um, Vancouver Island. We saw bears, like actual bears. We went on a bunch of hikes. I learned about a Native American tribe that I previously had no idea they existed. They're called the Maka tribe.
Well, that sounds cool. I like that
They
name.
It's a good name. The reservation is on like the very northern tip of the peninsula.
Okay.
Like the most northeastern or northwestern point of it. Um, they have a museum. I bought a book basically talking about their history because they're so fascinating. Lewis, they used to hunt whales
Oh.
in 8-person canoes.
Oh.
They would
That's
just
really
hunt
impressive.
whales. Yeah, it's incredibly impressive, and I had no idea that these people existed, and now I'm glad I know. I'm obsessed with them.
That is
They
insane.
Yeah, they were seafaring because it's like the Pacific and then the Strait of Luca, Juan de Luca, like that area. That's what they call like from the Pacific to get to Seattle. Like it's a big shipping lane and cruise ship line and whatever. But they were kind of in that area. Um, they were near like Ozette Lake, Lake Ozette, and yeah, they just like they had invented a net system for catching fish long before that they got that from like the Europeans. Uh, they used to make a lot of tools like out of wood and stone and everything, and they would also implement metals and stuff from shipwrecks from like Japanese ships and other things that have just washed up on their shores, and they found a way to use it as whether it was a blade or another type of tool or whatever. Incredible people.
That's awesome.
They would make these boxes and like this really blew my mind. A lot of woodworking in this tribe, a lot of fantastic woodworking. And the way they made a box is they would get like say you had just have like a board, right? 2x4 or whatever, that's probably too big, but just a board. They would notch it in 3 different spots, 4 different spots, and then they would fold it. The notches were so it was like
Yeah.
jointed. And they could just fold it and then make a box, and then they would get another slab of wood, and then they had kind of nails, but more like wood fasteners that would crisscross,
That's really
and that was
cool.
just their boxes.
Wow. They'd be
Yeah,
really good at Minecraft.
they would be great at Minecraft. But yeah, it was a very special trip. It was a very informative trip. Went to the Space Needle. By the way, Space Needle expensive,
Yeah.
weirdly expensive to go up an elevator and look around for a bit,
Hmm.
but it was cool. We went to a Mariners game. That was fun.
How is it Petco Park still or
No, it's T-Mobile.
T-Mobile?
Pet
Hmm.
Petco's
Petco's San
the
Diego. Is it?
Padres.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. I'm close. It's been a while, but yeah. How is
yeah.
the? I love baseball stadiums. Like each stadium is a little bit different, so I love it.
I so it's awesome. My take of there's never a bad spot in a baseball stadium continues to hold. we were up in like the 300 level,
Okay.
but it's still a great view. And where we were on the first base side. So you had a beautiful view of the Seattle skyline while the game was happening. And where we were, the way the stadium is built, the sun didn't touch us at all. Like every
Oh,
other section around us, the sun reached at some point, but we were in the perfect like shaded spot. It was awesome. And
that's
we saw
amazing.
Cal Raleigh hit a ball for the first time this season.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You
his
saw Big
batting average
Jumper?
was his batting average was 167.
I mean, I'm old school. I will go on this old man take right now. Back in my day, that was horrible. Nowadays, that's all right because
167 is still pretty horrible.
yeah,
That's
but
not
like
good. I think the only reason Cal isn't sent down is because he did so well last year.
yeah,
I think
and he
that's just
can
goodwill.
crank homers like or he can once he makes contact. But yeah,
Hmm.
it's I love baseball stadiums. My daughter since she sold so many Girl Scout cookies this year, kids going to an Iowa Cubs game on Friday, so we're going to
Oh,
that.
nice.
Yeah, Cubs. So uh
Iowa Cubs. That's fine.
Yeah, but and then we were get this, we were gonna go buy tickets, so it's like so she got 2 free tickets, and then we're gonna buy tickets for the family, and we're like, oh, where's she at? I looked up the section. It's a suite.
Oh,
Yep. So we I guess decided one of us gets to stay up there with her in the suite, and the other one has to go watch the other two down. So yeah, I'm gonna be watching a game from the suites.
send both your daughters up to the suite and see what happens.
Yeah, no, yeah, I could do that. I say I could do that, but yeah,
I'm sure
so
that's fine.
yeah, be my second minor league game I've ever been to. The first one ever, I went with you to Potholes game.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I love baseball. Like baseball is the America's pastime. It's a great sport.
I also love baseball.
Yes, it is. Baseball's amazing.
By the way, this hat. Can you name the team?
It's not it's not the Giants, so
Nope.
it would be. Is it their minor league?
Nope.
Oh, then no.
It is the Sioux Falls Canaries.
Oh,
They're not even affiliated with MLB anymore. They used to be a long time ago, but they're in the same league as like the Lincoln Salt Dogs.
okay.
It's one of those below single A type of club teams.
Yeah.
They have a fantastic stadium in Sioux Falls, so it's called the Birdcage.
Ooh, that's a great name.
I kind of like that stadium a lot too. We're actually gonna go back to Sioux Falls in a few weeks because Paige has a race that she's running up there, and I'm gonna see if I can talk her into going to another Canaries game if they're
Oh
playing.
no. Hey, well, just yeah. I mean, if you're in Rome, right? Like,
Right.
I mean, that's just amazing. I like one of my weird retirement goals would be to go to every 30 teams, 30 stadiums, and all that. As much as I grew up a Cardinal fan and I despise the Cubs, I would still like to go to Wrigley just because it's historic.
Yeah, you have to go to Wrigley. When we were in Chicago last summer, I really wanted to go to Wrigley, but we couldn't make it work, and instead the White Sox were playing. So instead, I went to Rate Field.
Oh, how was that? How would you rate that field?
It was fine. It was a baseball field. A lot of people hate it, but I mean,
It's south
I
side, so
I rate it higher than Kansas City. I don't like Kauffman Stadium. I really
really.
don't. Yeah, Kauffman Stadium is just kind of concrete, and it's in the middle of concrete, and it just kind of sucks.
That makes sense.
I don't like Kauffman Stadium. That's my
Yeah,
least favorite MLB stadium I've been to. My favorite one is still Coors because, I mean, I'm a Rockies fan, and also it's just a beautiful stadium.
Busch Stadium is up there for me. It's also I've been to 2 MLB stadiums. One is no longer existed, and that was the Metrodome up in Minneapolis. So I
Mhm.
got to see the dome before they deflated it, and I went to Busch. I love Busch like so much. It is a beautiful stadium. And then yeah, I really want to go to other like Wrigley Field. My sister lives in Chicago, and she lived I don't know a city mile away, so it's really cool. And then where her boyfriend lives, he lives in a skyscraper top floor, so from his balcony we could see the Wrigley. So that's
Nice.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Paige and I are doing pretty good. I've been to 5 ballparks.
Ooh.
Let's see, Seattle, Milwaukee, the White Sox, Coors, and Kauffman. And is that 5? That's 5.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
really like to go to the Giants Stadium, wherever they call it now. AT&T Park. I don't remember what they call it now, but yeah,
Yeah.
I just think it's really cool. McCovey Cove. I mean, if I had a top 5, that would be up there.
100%. Okay. I see what you did actually.
Thank you.
Top 5.
Thank you.
Now, the idea, I guess, in my head wasn't this to be a necessarily top 5 things we've learned, like in no particular order. It's just 5 things that we've each learned. So basically, I mean, that's exactly what it sounds like. Lewis and I both put together a list, and we're just deciding things that we feel like are definitive things that we can say about this season so far. Lewis, would you like to go first?
I would love to go first. So mine are, I put like little, I don't even call it like YouTuber-esque headlines to it. So each one.
So if you
is
want,
like-
we can go back and forth. So you
Yeah.
share one, I share one.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's a statement, like it's a catchy statement, and mine is, I could be a programmer for a Mercedes.
That is a very bold statement. Why do you think you could program Mercedes?
So I mean, I could have bugs and just send the car out, and it's fine. I mean, that is one of my big takeaways this year. Is like, software is like big with these cars right now.
Mhm.
And that was a big thing. It's like, yes, we're going to electrification and everything, but it was like a big takeaway for me this season is how much it's relied on, not just from the battery, but like the software behind it. And it's showing through Mercedes and the multiple races where George Russell just got really unlucky with just a little bit of a electrical, I don't even want to say electrical glitch, it's like a programming error or whatever had happened.
It is interesting to me that George Russell has been kind of getting the brunt of the Mercedes programming woes.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is. Like, I wonder why none of this has affected Kimmy, because presumably, like, the cars are set up differently, but the programming has to be the same, right?
Yeah, you would assume so. And the only thing I could think of that would be different between the two would be the driving style. If that affects it in any way, it's like if the program is set up for a certain way and he drives just a little bit different. I really don't. I have genuinely no idea. But like, that's like the only thing I can think of that might sound reasonable or sounds good. But yeah, that was my big takeaway. Is like how much software is behind this, which is cool but weird.
Yeah, it is. It has been interesting. I mean, we've heard drivers complain about it. Like,
Yes.
that's not a secret. Max Verstappen, a big one. It is making me a little cautious for the future of it because, I mean, I know we've both agreed that the racing has been good this season. I
Mhm.
know we've both agreed that, and it is, and it has been. But I am worried that the fun is going to get programmed out of it instead of just regulated out,
Mm,
you know,
yeah.
or upgraded out, whatever you want to call it. My old thing about toward the end of the regulations, every racing is going to be boring again because everybody's going to find like the crab.
Yeah, everyone's going to push it to 110%, like, and everyone's going to be right there because everyone's going to copy each other, and there's going to be no more loopholes to exploit.
Mm-hmm. And then we get new regs, and we get this all over again.
I love new regs.
I do too. All right, well, staying on the Mercedes train, their programming is questionable, but I think we can definitively say that they have built the best engine this season.
100%.
Yeah, like their engine is solid. How many of the issues have Mercedes drivers that you remember have had that have been engine related directly? Maybe a couple.
Yeah, let's say Canada
Mhm.
for sure. I thought Spa was, but that was a programming error. Yeah, it's been pretty reliable, and I mean, it's even to the point where look, they have propelled Alpine
Mhm.
from this bottom tier team to a midfield.
Yeah, that is insane. This for like we heard the rumors before the season in the preseason, and I mean everybody's like, "Oh, our engine is good." Like people are saying Ferrari nailed it. Mercedes was extremely confident, and then other people weren't sure if that was just paddock talk or if that was real. Nope, Mercedes, they made a monster. This engine and this regulation in this moment of time is really suiting Mercedes, and they just figured it out.
Yeah, it's yeah, like I know every regulation with a new engine or whatever, it's like Mercedes has it figured out, or it's like it's always going to have that rumor, but like they really haven't figured out. Like this is really good for them.
I'm starting to think Mercedes might know what they're doing.
Yeah. Besides the Honda part, Do you think Aston Martin is kicking themselves? Like, I know the Honda situation that they have, but like they could have had this engine too.
I don't know if the Mercedes engine would have been enough to salvage what was going on with the Aston. I
Yeah.
am going to say that it's not a Honda issue. It might be, but I think some of it was also just the design. I think Newey tried to cook too hard.
Yeah.
I think he burnt it.
That's a perfect transition to one of my things I have down is I have too much stock into Nui.
Oh,
Yeah, it took a while for me to come out with it, and that was part of my lull this weekend. And I had to think about this, and obviously joking, but it I think he's a great race designer, or car designer. He wasn't a very good team principal too with it. Like he really didn't get to see much because they weren't racing. But
hmm
I think was the team is only as good as the strong or its weakest link or whatever.
hmm
So I think I have put too much stock into Nui, thinking that he could have been really good, and maybe definitively it's very. I did overhype him. I wrote a whole essay about him.
You absolutely did. If you want to check that out, it's in our preseason preview. I to defend you, but to also defend myself defending you. I know I said at the beginning of that during your essay. I even asked the question, "What are you going to do if it's not that good? Like, is there a chance that he's so focused on all the other aspects of being the TP that maybe it's taken away or pulled him away from the design?" And I still don't know if that's the answer. I still don't know if that's what happened, or maybe he just tried too much, or maybe the new regs were just a lot. But to defend you, it's Adrian Newey.
Yeah,
Like you,
yeah.
you were totally justified to have that take, and a little part of me wanted Aston to be at least top midfield
Mm-hmm.
because I thought it would have been fun to get another crazy Newey design and really shake it up. So yes, you did put a lot of stock into Newey, and you did overhype it to the point where you renounced your V carb fandom and became an Aston fan.
Yeah, I know.
But I also can't blame you for it because it is a very exciting prospect, and you love Adrian Newey. You've loved him forever.
Yes.
So it's less you dropped V carb and more you followed Newey.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. And yeah, I really like it's really hard to decide because it's one of those situations where there's so many moving pieces you don't know which one was at fault. If it's
hmm
the Honda engine, if it was him as team principal, if it was him as the designer, was it too radical? Was it not radical enough? Like
If it was a combination of everything.
yeah, we really don't know because what we've heard is it's the engine was rattling or whatever. But like Honda's made engines for how long? Like that doesn't seem right.
It doesn't seem right, but then at the same time, we were also around for the McLaren Dark. Well, we weren't around in that we were watching, but the
Yeah,
McLaren Dark days with Honda.
that's very true.
Yeah, Fernando can't escape the Honda
Yeah, I
demons.
know. That's really
I
sad.
I don't know. I can't wait for Adrian's second book, How to Build a Boat, where we get to tell all of what happened at Aston. Because I am curious to know what happened, and I kind of want to hear his analysis and him breaking down what did work and what didn't work. Because I mean, he's still Adrian Newey. I think he knows enough to be able to analyze it and look at it and see where he went wrong and where he could have improved or what worked and what didn't.
Yeah, it's it, I really hope after summer break they just come out and swinging. But like, then again, I don't know. It's really hard to tell.
It is. My other thing is kind of piggybacking off of your last one about the Mercedes.
Yeah,
Uh Alpine's biggest issue in the past, and when I say in the past, I think I'm mostly talking about the last few seasons. I think it's been their engine.
Hmm.
They've had Pierre, they have Colapinto, who it turns out is solid, and I guess the engine was just the last missing piece. And I'm sure they've, maybe called it quits early last season to focus on the design of this upcoming reg. But even then, like you wouldn't expect Alpine to come up with a design and have an engine combo with the drivers to be best of the rest, or best of the midfield, I should say, not best of the rest. And it's both gratifying and infuriating to see that I was right about Colapinto in the fact that he needs to have time to cook, but at the same time, I wish they would have given Duhan that chance, that
Yes.
opportunity. As much as I like watching Colapinto race and it's cool seeing him kind of come into his own, I really wish that this was Duhan in this situation instead of him being a reserve for Haas
I completely agree.
or
I mean,
Cadillac or whoever he's a reserve for right now. I don't remember.
I think it might be Haas. I think you might
I
be
think
right
it
on
is
that.
Haas.
I said it when they made that switch over that it was you didn't give them enough time, and basically what you're doing is you're switching out for the same result.
Hmm.
You're causing a lot of rift for the same thing, so it's kind of I don't know. I thought at the time pointless, and I really don't know how good Duhan could have been, like or could be. So it's kind of hard to tell where they would be at with Duhan, and maybe they know something behind the scenes, like his simulator wasn't as good or something. I don't really
Hmm.
know, but yeah, they didn't give him enough time, and Pierre's looking good again. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of it has to do with that Mercedes engine in this car.
A lot of being an effective driver, I think, is the confidence too with it, right? Like, yeah, you can have a good machine, but you also need to be confident that you can make it do what you want it to do. And it's been nice seeing Pierre kind of get that confidence back after kind of being beaten down by the Alpine machine. And when I say machine, I don't mean the car. I mean it feels like the vibes at Alpine behind the scenes are
Yeah,
just yikes. I As far as Duhan goes, I also don't know how good he is or could be, but I saw some flashes of interesting ideas when it was Suzuka, I believe, last season, where he didn't close his DRS or quite. He broke later, which, as you know, famously in those cars last season, you couldn't do.
yeah,
But I think Duhan was trying something, and he said it worked in the simulator, which we know the simulator's a video game. But I liked that he was trying to apply something that he thought he found in the simulator on the track during a
yeah,
practice session. That's when you're supposed to do it. And that kind of thinking, I feel like, is it doesn't seem outwardly to me anyway as prominent. You know, a lot of these drivers, they know what works, they know what they got to do, and they do it. But it feels like Duhan was genuinely trying to be innovative
yeah. And he
with
was
something,
trying.
and it didn't work. But you don't know if you don't try, and I
Yeah,
really appreciated that. That really kind of stuck him out to me.
yeah.
Like just watching that flagged something for me.
I really enjoy people who are trying to be innovative. Like that's one of the big things I love about Adrian Newey is innovation, and I think that's great as a driver. Someone that's trying something new, like, uh, and it shows that he spent time in the simulator because you have to like test it. Oh, that
Mhm.
works. Okay, let me try this again. Oh, okay. Well, can I make it better? Like you do it over and over. You got to like almost perfect it in the simulator to even try it in real life, and it just shows the dedication in a weird way behind the scenes. And I'm okay with that. Like I really am. And if for maybe that's why I'm just thinking out loud right now why Max Verstappen is such a freak with racing because he does the simulator so much. Like even has one in his plane and his motorhome and everything. That's how he finds every like not loophole but kinda a loophole of driving. Like I can do
Mhm.
this. Oh I can
He
try
just
this.
he finds new things, and I mean, you're totally right about Max. I mean, that dude lives and breathes racing. If he's not racing, he's still racing. There was
Yeah,
a video that a friend of mine sent to me of him on a side by side with Kelly,
yeah.
and
PK.
yeah, with Kelly, and he's racing somebody else in a side by side, but he's ripping it, and Kelly's like, it looks like they're
Yeah,
wearing helmets, but it looks like she's like the whole time, and he's just full throttle. Like that dude, Max is an innovative driver. So I guess I shouldn't have said not outwardly innovative, but maybe it just kind of stuck out because it was such a weird thing for Duhan to try to do. It's
yeah,
like,
and
why would you try that there? But it's like, well, if it worked, then everybody else would do it. That's
yeah,
what this is. People try something and then other drivers try it
yeah.
themselves to see if they can get it to work.
I completely agree. And I mean, kind of transitioning. I see that you have something that's very similar, so I will take this and lob it up to you. But mine was Ferrari isn't as is incompetent as they used to be, and going off of what you just said is, and it's basically Ferrari is. like even their strategy is not as bad as they used to be. They're showing Ferrari of past, and that is partially to do with their 7-time champion and Charles Leclerc, who seems to be happy again, which
Yeah.
is really awesome. And they are trying new things out on the track, which is awesome. And guess what? They're trying new things out, and it's working. So other people are copying it.
Exactly. And I will elaborate more on that later. But what I think is contributing to this Ferrari success is for sure the drivers, but also this regulation is just it's suited for Lewis. Lewis, late break Lewis. Lewis is very much a late breaker. And the 2022 regs, those cars did not allow for that. And
No.
that really affected Lewis. And his first year at Ferrari was always going to be a wash anyway, because he had really no say in that car. Like they could change what they could, like the seats or whatever, but that car in 2025 was just what the Ferrari that was what that was going to be with that regulation.
Yeah. Plus, the
So
regulations were frozen. So
exactly. So seeing you could tell that Lewis, like he had an influence in the design of this car and the principles of the car, but also this regulation is just suited for him and Ferrari. Charles has always been kind of consistent.
yeah,
The last couple years has been harder to see just because of the Max and Lando of it all at the end of 24 or 23, the end of 24, and then going into last season. But Charles has always been pretty much there. Ferrari has always kind of been there
yeah,
the whole time. They've just kind of been up against some weird adversaries because Max is Max and McLaren was just they unlocked something with the end of those regulations. But yeah, Ferrari and moving on to my thing, I've said that Ferrari has been the most innovative and influential team this season, and that is their car design, their principles. They have this serrated wing. More teams have this serrated wing now, or not diffuser, the shark fin.
shark
Sorry,
fin.
they have the Macarena wing. They started with that. Everybody's like, "What the hell is that?" Multiple teams have the Macarena wing now, and you can see it in the data too. I follow people online who have broken it down, and they did like wind tunnel tests and simulations, and you can see, yeah, and it helps with the late braking too, which just enhances the ability of this car, so you can brake even later, which goes to benefit Lewis, and then it just kind of it's a chain reaction. And I don't know if other teams have had this yet or how much of a difference it's making, but one of my favorite innovations that Ferrari's brought to the table this season is the little invisible wing that they put on the halo. That's a thing that I don't think I've seen in any other car since they've included the halo, and it's such a smart addition because it's a good way to move that air.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's just kind of blasting at you, and it's not really moving as efficiently as it could be. And then they put the little tiny invisible wing on that, and it's clearly helping because that also helps with braking because you have more downforce.
yeah,
Ferrari is on something. This is eat your heart out, Adrian Newey. It's like
yeah.
these are the type of things that like they're just genius. They're very small things that make a huge difference, and other teams have obviously picked up on that. So next year we're going to see more cars, I believe, with more of the things that Ferrari just has.
Yeah, I think that's like the next logical step. It's going to be one of those things that obviously, if you don't have, you're falling behind. So now you have to implement this.
Could you imagine a car with the Mercedes engine and the Ferrari design?
Oh, it'd be amazing.
We might get it next year. We'll keep an eye
That'd
on
be,
Mercedes.
yeah. I mean, it'd be amazing if they don't. For some reason, FIA does FIA things and gets rid of the Macarena wing for whatever reason, safety. I don't know.
I really like the Macarena wing. It's fun and effective. It's the type of weird stuff that I like about Formula One that F1 just gives us sometimes.
Yes, I think it's amazing. I love it. It's like we have it. When is the genuinely the last time we've seen something this innovative and crazy? Was it DOS?
Probably, yeah.
And
Actually,
DOS, for those who don't know, is dual axis steering made by Mercedes. They had a little button on the back of the wheel that they could push in the steering wheel or pull it out, and it would toe in, toe out to warm up the tires faster. and it was
Hmm.
amazing, innovative, and it lasted 1 year before FAA was like, yeah, this isn't going to work next year, for whatever
Or
reason.
maybe the last one that stuck could have been DRS, because
Oh,
that started out as just a team doing it, and then it
yeah,
kind of got soft banned, and then it just became a regulation
yeah.
because it
Same with
was too
that, like
powerful.
active arrow, like essentially,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if we can bring back Williams and their active suspension, oh, that'd be great.
Hmm.
Add, you know what? Let's just add in all safety, traction control, ABS. Let's bring it all. I want to see the cars go as fast as they can. Um, whose turn is it? Is it my turn?
Yours.
Oh yeah, because we switched over. Mine, little homer here. Red Bull. It's a little equation for you. Red Bull minus parentheses helmet plus helmet plus Horner equals good.
Hmm.
It's a little simple equation. You get rid of helmet and Marco, or helmet and Marco. Gosh, helmet and Horner,
Uh-huh.
and you remove them from Red Bull. And I could throw in V-carb to this. They're good. They're not great, which is like weird. Their ceiling isn't as high, it seems, but their floor is so much higher, just
Hmm.
across the board between the two teams. And I think that's honestly, I kind of like that better. I'd rather have a higher floor than a higher floor with a lower ceiling than a higher ceiling with a lower floor. I think
I I see what you mean.
yeah, I would
I don't know
rather
if I agree, but I see what you mean.
yeah, I'd rather be more consistently like good than a chance of being great. There we go.
Hmm.
That's a better way of putting that.
And I mean, I had a very similar thing to you, so great minds again. Mine was Red Bull and V Carb seem to be in a better place overall, and by that I do mean the vibes, right?
Yeah.
Like we touched on it earlier, Aston seems to be the place with the worst vibes now after they got rid of, but after Red Bull and V Carb or whatever got rid of Horner and Helmet, I mean the vibes are better. You can see it in the drivers. Liam Lawson, who we also both dogged on a bunch last season,
Yeah, we both
he
wrote him
seems,
off.
yeah, we really did write him off. Which is because like I knew he was a good driver, but I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't seeing it. So then I was being a hypocrite and judging him when he didn't have that many races under his belt. But I mean, Liam is in a better place,
Yeah.
and you can tell that it's reflected in his driving. Isaac Hadjar, the Red Bull number two. You get rid of these two horrible people, and suddenly the curse is gone. Crazy. Maybe it wasn't a curse. Maybe it was just
Yeah.
terrible people being terrible. And even Lindblad, that kid's just incredible.
Yeah. Harvin's
Lindblad is
awesome.
awesome. He's
Yeah.
been rookie of the year for sure, to steal your joke. But like I didn't know what to expect with Arvid. Like I saw one clip of him from Monaco in an F2 race where he was coming around a corner and then there was a car in the tunnel and he had like the reaction speed of a cheetah and he got past that. Incredible clip. So I knew what to expect as far as that goes, but that doesn't always translate to F1, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm luckily we haven't had to see any situations like that because that's dangerous and scary. But he is a fantastic driver. In Lindblad, I don't know if he's going to be a multiple time championship winning driver. I don't even know if he's going to be a championship winning driver, but he's for sure an F1 driver.
Yeah. I would
He for sure
put
belongs here.
maybe a multi-time winner, a Danny Rick.
Yeah, a multi time winner. Last time Danny Rick won was Monza 2021 with McLaren.
That was a good time. Monza's a good track.
Monza's a great track. I love that. It just, did you know the last time a car with a number three won a race was then?
Yeah. Well, no one. Oh. Yeah. Oh my god. I was like, who else drives it? I'm like, oh, Max drives it now. Oh.
How many races has Max won this season?
Yeah, you're right there. Oh my goodness. Huh.
Yeah, so it's
Sorry.
just the overall vibes of just the Red Bull organization, including their crappy sister team, who I appreciate, but I wish they didn't exist. It just seems better, and that's reflected in the driving and the
Hmm.
drivers. And a little part of me does still wish that Yuki was still actively driving, so you could kind of see what good coaching looks
Yeah.
like for him. But at the same time, I don't want to get rid of any of the drivers we currently have
Yeah,
right now.
they're all like really good, and it's crazy that like usually V Carb especially has one driver in waiting to be Red Bull, and then the other
Mhm.
driver is their like kind of as a seat filler in a weird way. Like he's there, he's going to win races, but he's just like the number two. Like you are the number two's number two. Like you are so far removed. But like these guys are really good right now. And if it wasn't for Liam actually driving the Red Bull, I would say like they both deserve a shot.
Yeah, and I mean I do like Isaac in the Red Bull because Isaac has always he's looked special to me. Like last season, always, always starting in last season when he first showed up into Formula One, I knew that there was something there. And then when he got that podium on his own merit with all that defending against Max, oh my god, what a race that was!
Yes,
I think that Isaac is perfect for Red Bull, and I am very much looking forward to him continuing his career at Red Bull to see how much farther he can go, even when Max decides to move on to greener pastures.
Like greener pastures, you mean McLaren or Mercedes?
No,
or maybe
I mean
green Aston
leaving.
Martin. Aston Martin. That's what you're hitting at. Green Aston Martin. I'm back.
I mean leaving F1 and going to Le Mans or endurance racing. Whack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, darn. You had me there. Also, I will, since we're talking about VCarb, 100%, please, anybody listening, go follow VCarb on Instagram. Their reels or TikToks or whatever. I'm assuming I do Instagram, so I'm assuming their TikToks are about the same. They're just top notch with Liam. They always rage bait him, and they do all this stuff. Like this, they did a rage bait where they went to dap him up, and they completely missed. So normally you go like this, and they like grabbed his wrist just to ruin his day. So they went to go to dap and completely missed. It was funny. They just rage bait him all the time. It is great follow. You could just tell they're having fun at work. And that is an amazing feeling. And I think, honestly, that has to do with the top people being gone.
When was the last time we saw anybody in VCarb or Red Bull look like they're having a good time? Like all at the same time.
Ooh, all four at the same time.
Even Max when he has a good car is still complaining about it sometimes, but he seems
I was
like
gonna say the last time they looked like they had fun was post race Abu Dhabi. Name a season.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the year. But speaking of, I will get rid of my number 5 because we kind of talked about that a little bit. And I will bring this one in. You could take the champion away from the car, or the champion away from the car, but you can't take the champion away from the driver. Yeah. Anyways, meaning like the car is no longer a championship winning car, but the driver is. And this is going off of Max and Lando and Lewis, kind of. Because like all three of them, obviously all the champions, Fernando. They are driving. What?
What about Fernando?
All three of them are champions. He's put in more laps than Lance.
You're right. Is that actually right?
I think so. I don't know.
Anyway, sorry. Continue your point. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. But like. They have driven so well, and these new regulations have tied everything together, and it's really kind of leveled up the playing field in a weird way, where we have now top 3 teams, because Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, McLaren, so we got top 4 team, but like they're pretty even. Like they're not like Mercedes is pretty far ahead, like they're ahead, but they're not as far ahead as 2020 Red Bull or 2021 Red Bull or
2023
McLaren.
Red Bull.
McLaren last year, first half of the season. It is actually, the parity there is pretty nice. But like those drivers are driving insane. And like the way Max is actually having to lean and doing teamwork, which is when's the last time Max has had to do teamwork?
Yeah. Max, he normally hasn't had to because his teammates been DNF'd or in the back of the pack.
I'll say even back when Danny Rick, like they were fighting each other because they were pretty evenly matched back then. But like they're having to lean on teamwork, which is really cool, and it's showing that like they're willing to innovate again, going back to the innovation, and like work together and to be the top dog and like actually push forward and go ahead. And we've seen Lando get a podium, or no, he got a win. So podium.
He did. That is a podium.
Yeah, but like because he's the top dog, we've seen Lewis get a win. And Max, it's podium. Like, but we're seeing like these top drivers do top things, even though the car isn't a top car.
And
like
Fernando's finished a race.
He has. Well, he got Q2 once, Nick. But
I
yeah.
so okay, you did bring up a point that is a total tangent, but it made me kind of sad. Where peak Danny Rick was equal to rookie Max Verstappen, and that
Mm.
hurts to think about
Yeah.
because you just said they were at the same level, but it would have been baby Max against peak Danny Rick. Yikes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And what's been really cool as a Lando fan watching Lando this season is, I mean, Lando's even said it himself. He won the championship, he got that monkey off his back, and now he can just kind of race. And I mean, Lando hasn't really lost a step, you know?
Yeah.
The car hasn't been what you want it to be. McLaren had all those issues at the beginning of the season. But I am going to chalk that up to car issues. Lando seems like he's pretty solid. He's been consistently up there. And unfortunately, the other side of that coin is Oscar's been the George Russell of McLaren, with Oscar having a bunch of bad luck. But Oscar's also been doing quietly well, too, just to talk about McLaren overall. Max, it is surprising that he hasn't gotten a win yet this season. He is not very happy with these regulations. And a part of me wonders if the mental aspect of that is getting to Max just a tiny bit. He did almost have that win before his car decided to not work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do agree. The parody this season has been incredible. It's been very fun to watch, regardless of what drivers think about these regulations. Unfortunately, the FIA was right about
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
They got this one right, and I think we've said this before. Enjoy this season while we have it, because starting next season, it's gonna start getting boring at some parts again. It's just gonna be kind of a gradual ramp up, and shouldn't have said boring, I guess, but it's gonna get more. There's gonna be less parity. I
Yeah.
think the farther we get into this regulation is what I should have said. There's gonna be a dominant team that rises up, because there always is, and we're just gonna have 4 years of Mercedes or Red Bull or Ferrari.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, but like,
I would like it to be 4 years of McLaren, but I love them. I don't know if they have that in them.
yeah. And both of us are Formula One fans, so we love to see Ferrari win.
Yeah, we do. I'd love to see Lewis win too.
Yes.
Incredible, is it that Lewis is driving Ferrari? That's awesome.
I
I
know.
wonder if this is how people felt when Kimi Raikkonen went to Ferrari, or Sub went to Ferrari.
Oh yeah, but like going off my point real quick, just to finish this up, like uh, going off like the champions are the number one on their team, and they are like showing it, just not by the team giving them that position. Like we're really not seeing the papaya rules much, but like
We are.
we are seeing Lando do really good. Red Bull, we're not seeing the number two driver just be awful. We're seeing Max be really good, and Ferrari, we're seeing Lewis earn it.
Mhm.
And then just going off of this, we are seeing the champions do really good, and I think Kimmy's going to be the next champion. I've said it, and that was a good transition. But I one quick thing, Fernando has completed 529 laps, and Lance Stroll 453. So
Oh, okay. Congrats, Fernando. You can't take the champion out of the driver. No matter how much Aston tries to pry it out of them with their cold, dead, lifeless hands. I will share my next one. Kimi Antonelli is a genetic racing freak. And I know that this is a point that I've said so many times, and you and I have touched on this so many times, so I don't want to keep beating this drum, but I will keep beating this drum because it's a great beat.
go ahead, Travis Barker.
Nice.
Thank you.
Kimi Antonelli. Max was. I almost want to make this like a nature versus nurture kind of conversation. That's kind of where my brain went with it when I was thinking of when I typed
Okay.
this out. Max was molded by the darkness, if you will, right? He was embraced by it. We obviously know his history with racing or whatever. It was very much like a you're gonna be good at this and you're gonna like it kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's obviously natural talent that comes with that. It's not just like but I mean, I don't know anything about Kimmy's upbringing, but it feels like it was way more chill.
Yeah.
And it seems like Kimmy, all of this comes so naturally to him, to the point where even if he's in distress, like if it, was that it wasn't Hungary. Which race was
Silverstone,
that?
where he had the wheel issue or whatever.
Yes. And he was hemorrhaging positions, right?
Yeah,
And he wasn't freaking out. He was calm, cool, and dare I say, excited to see how good he could do with his failing car, which is terrifying.
yeah,
That is
like,
terrifying to have a driver that excited about their car failing just to see how well they can do. That is insane.
yeah,
He's a
especially
freak.
at
And he's so
Silverstone.
subtle about it too.
Yeah,
He's so subtle about it. He's just like a kid. He's
yeah,
just a kid.
he is a
When they're in the
kid.
when they're in the cool down room after the race, he's like, "Oh, that's cool. Whoa, whoa." He's all happy and stuff. Like, of course he's happy. He podiumed or won, but I can't imagine him ever doing like a Max, where like if his car fails, like yeah, he'll be frustrated, but I don't think he'll ever go full Verstappen, where
Yeah,
he's
he'll
just
never
swearing out everything and
kick
crap
the
talking
tire.
the car, kicking tires. I think he's just in it for the love of the game,
Yeah,
and
which
he's
is
good at it.
really scary.
It's so scary. Kimmy Lewis, I'm gonna call this now. Kimmy will be the next Lewis or Max.
Oh yeah,
He's gonna be
it's
the next dominant driver,
it is
without a
ins-
doubt, in my mind.
it is insane now. Like so, like to tie this in basketball, like NBA, there's a guy named Nikola Jokic, the Joker. He's really good. He just doesn't care. It seems
He
about
wants his
basketball.
horses.
He just wants horses.
He just
But
wants to hang out
everyone's
with his horses.
But if he ever tried, he'd be really, really good. We have this in F1 where we have a guy that's naturally born that's really good. It is insane. This must would have been like in the 90s watching Jordan in NBA or Michael
Yeah.
Schumacher or something. Like this is I think we like might be too close to say, but we might be seeing the next greatest of all time.
I think so, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Max or whatever, because I mean, obviously Max is good. I'm not blind, right?
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I'm not blind. But Max was very much like forged in the fire, and Kimmy was kind of grown,
Yeah, naturally.
well, naturally grown, like in like a greenhouse, perfect conditions, able to thrive. And he is Lewis. There is a world that I see far, far in the future where Kimi Antonelli is the Jon Snow of Ferrari, the
Okay.
prince that was promised. He will go to Ferrari, and if Lewis doesn't do it this year, um, I could see. Could you imagine a world where Kimi Antonelli, an Italian driver who's incredibly talented, brings the championship back to Ferrari?
You remember that graphic of how many kids were born 9 months after Leclerc won Monza?
Uh huh.
I think we're going to see the population like triple in Italy because that would be the first championship for. Well, even if we go, the last Italian to win for Ferrari was Ascari, I think.
so.
So like that's so.
Oh, yeah, probably. Um, Give me 1 second. I hit a wrong button and
Oh.
I accidentally
Uh-oh.
X'd out. Hello,
Oh.
I'm back.
Okay, you're
Hi.
back. Yeah, I never lost you, so we're good. But yeah, it would have been Scary. I think would have been the last one, or Fangeli.
Fangio?
Fangio. I wanted to say Fangeli. I was trying to go full, even more Italian there. But he is. I know we made this comparison before, but I think it's so. correct.
Ascari is the last Italian F1 world champion.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Look at me go. And
Good job. Good
Thank
pull.
you. Thank you. And there's a reason, like I think he died while racing, and that's one of the reasons why Monza there's a Scary corner.
Uh-huh.
So, that's just I don't know how I know this, but I love Formula One so much. But yeah, I could see him becoming like the next biggest and greatest, and I can't. I just I know it's very early to tell, but he has so much talent, and we made this comparison before. I think like so much like Mew and Mewtwo, like we like this thing just grew naturally, and this thing was molded. Like it is so insane that like I don't know. It's crazy that this could happen naturally.
Yeah. And the fact that he's just so good.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I just got really good news. Um, Wow. I just won an award.
What?
Yeah.
Congrats!
Thank you. I mean, it's technically mine because I'm the one that did it, but I don't know if I'm actually going to have my name on it. Anyway, uh, sorry,
I'm
um,
really proud of you, dude. Look, soak it in, dude. That's fine. That's awesome. Like,
am I the
I'm really
Kimmy
proud of
Antonelli
you.
of what I do? I,
I mean, you weren't like molded to be this.
it's true. So yes, I agree that Kimmy Antonelli is the next great. I said that. Of course, I agree with it. I the romantic part of me, because you know me, I love romanticizing
Mm-hmm.
the sports that I love. Baseball, Formula One. There's the romance is what attracts me to these sports. It's so beautiful, the storylines, and I can't help but get this thought out of my head that Kimmy will end up at Ferrari and he will bring them a championship. I don't know if it'll ever happen. I'm hyping myself up for things that won't happen, probably, but when it does happen, I can say that I called it.
And we have the date for it, so that would be. And it's on video. If you want to
It's
watch any
true.
of our other videos, go to youtube.com/Formula Friday for all of you future listeners in 2030 when you come back to see that Nick was actually right.
I see you have one more. So, what's your bonus? What's your
My
bonus thing that you
bonus
know?
is the new regulations aren't bad, just unpolished. And we kind of touched on this before about the software side and just the battery usage and all of this. It's a little like tweaky here and there, and that's what I mean by it's just unpolished. I think it's a good idea in principle that brings some parity and it does some electrification, and sustainability is a big thing that they want to get into, which is really cool, and I'm really supportive of that. It's unpolished, which I'm not saying they rushed it. There's no way to know without really going through it. So it's cool that they're like doing this. It just feels kind of like a beta test in a weird way.
Hmm.
So I'm very, I don't know. I'm looking forward to the future because I think this is a good principle, and I think this is a really good foundation. It's just like the battery is and the software, like you can only deploy so much per sector and that type of stuff. And we've seen the issues with George Russell.
Hmm.
Those are kind of self-explanatory, but yeah, those are my like the unpolished part of it. I don't know if you had any other unpolished. It's kind of a downer in a weird way, but like in a good way. We're hyping up these are good regulations. It just needs a little, like a little more tweak. It just needs a little salt.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't really have any more lingering bonus unpolished, as you say. I like that unpolished.
Thank you.
Um, I guess we can finish this off today by what are some soft predictions you have for the rest of the season?
Ooh, well, I already said Kimi Antonelli world champion, so that's not really soft, and I don't know. Um, hmm, can I be hypocritical in a weird way and say
Yeah.
that Aston Martin might score a couple, maybe a point or so? Like they seem like they're on the right track, but I don't want to be like just so indulged in my team. But
So the thing is, you can absolutely say whatever you want.
yeah,
If you truly believe that, then go ahead and say it.
yeah,
It's soft
I was
prediction.
hoping you would talk me out of it.
No, I will let you dig your own grave.
Oh, but I mean, like they have 1 point, Fernando. Uh, so I just think that they could get more points, but they're doing really good. I think that Hungary, we did see the first round of modifications or whatever you want to call it, the upgrades was, they did pretty good there. Uh, so I'm hoping they could do better through the rest. So that's my soft prediction. A little bit more softer is like actually Cadillac does something second half. I know this is really soft and really like that is just a ball of clay. You can mold it to however you want, but it just seems like the first half of the season they haven't really done anything. So that
Yeah.
is why I'm kind of just throwing that out there with a ball of clay. You can kind of mold this to however you want, but they just need to do something. Like I will give them the ball of clay and just do something with it, Cadillac. Show me something. Show me anything that you're planning.
Hmm. I I will continue saying what I've been saying, where it's their first season of a brand new team in
Yeah.
Formula One. You can't expect anything out of them. This season is strictly them learning. It's a throwaway season. I think that should be the expectation. And if they do anything better than not finish last, then that's a win,
Okay.
in my opinion. Every race is a learning experience for Cadillac right now. And that means every race is a, people hate this, moral victory, because you're learning every time you're out there and you're growing from that. So I'm still standing firm that Cadillac is going to be, I think Cadillac will be a contender in the next, I don't know, what did I say before, 5-6 years?
Yeah.
But right now they're still in the finding their feet phase. They're like a little baby giraffe trying to learn how to walk. It happens fast, but it still needs to learn.
Yeah.
Um,
I agree.
I don't mean to yuck your yum. I have a very hard time. I will try to talk you out of this one. You can have the Aston one. I will try to take this away from you.
That's fine.
Just
I will
set your expectations for them.
I will counteract this with just a Braun GP. How about that? Because they did it first season.
They did. They're not Cadillac.
Yeah,
They also had a different driver, different set of drivers.
and they also inherited a full team. This is a brand new team, so I talked myself
Yeah.
out of that.
Yeah. They have a new TP. That's cool.
Hmm.
I do have one pretty soft prediction, and it is a depressing one, depending on who it is. But one of the four teams that are battling it out right now, they're going to drop, and I think they're going to drop pretty hard at the back half of the season. I feel like we see this every year where there's a few teams that look pretty frisky, and then one by one they drop, and then there's one or two remaining by the end. I'm not going to go as far to say that there's only going to be one at the end because this reg has been too crazy and kind of unpredictable. But I do think that either Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren, or Ferrari is going to tank pretty hard at the back half of the season. Because at some point they're going to see a path where they can't really go any farther, and they're going to want to focus on the regs for next season. I don't know which team that's going to be. I'm not going to say which team that's going to be because that's insane. But I do think it will be one of those four that's going to take. Yeah. I feel like we always see this. There's a back end team that does marginally better, and then a front end team that feels like they do way worse.
Yeah, I would say traditionally the team that kind of drops off is Ferrari. Like that's just what they do. But I don't want to say that because I don't want it to be true. I really like this for I Sebastian Vettel said it once. Like everyone's a Ferrari fan. So
if you were forcing me to pick, and this is me being a depressing boy, I think it would be McLaren. McLaren between those four teams seems like they're kind of the weakest. Red Bull just, I mean, between Max and Isaac, like they can pick up enough points to kind of stay in the fight.
Yeah.
Lando and Oscar are both solid, but Oscar has been struck with that bad luck. And Mercedes has also had that bad luck, but Kimi is so far ahead that if I had to pick a team that was going to tank, or not tank, but fall back, it would probably be McLaren, but don't like hold me to that. That's not like this is a soft prediction.
Yeah, and I can also see just going off of that, I could partially see the reason for that is Piastri has a foot out the door if he has that Red Bull opportunity, if the rumors are true. So yeah, I could see that. You know what? I will soft subscribe. How about that? I will do a free trial. No credit card information though.
Okay. Well, I didn't think we were going to get a full hour out of this, but I'm glad we did. Hell yeah.
Look at us
fun
go.
topic.
Yeah.
Next week it's race week. We can talk about race cars again.
Rock Creek.
So join us next week as we preview the race that is happening. I'm very excited because I love that Formula One is back, and I'm very excited to watch them race again at the Dutch Grand Prix. I knew that the whole time. I did not just have the stall to look that up.
Beautiful.
Thank
you. That was excellent. Round of applause.
I do this for a living. Okay. I've been Nick.